This college basketball conference tournament part 4 edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is presented by MyBookie.ag. MyBookie is your home for the NBA, college basketball, and the XFL. Use the promo code SGP and get up to $1,000 in free bets. MyBookie.ag, promo code SGP to play, win, and get paid at MyBookie. We're also brought to you by PropSwap. PropSwap is your home for college basketball futures. You don't have to go to Vegas to buy Vegas bets. PropSwap is available in many states where there is no sports betting. Use the promo code SGP and you get a 100% deposit bonus up to $100. That's PropSwap.com, promo code SGP. We're also brought to you by Bespoke. Get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter the code SGP at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com, code SGP for 25% off your first box. We're also brought to you by Roman. If you're struggling with ED, don't wait to get treatment. Get effective ED prescriptions without having to visit a doctor. Go to getroman.com/SGP for a free online visit and free 2-day shipping. That's getroman.com/SGP. Finally, we're also brought to you by Ace Per Head. Ace is the leader in pay-per-head providers, and they make it super easy to start your own sportsbook. Plus, Ace is offering up to 6 weeks free over at aceperhead.com/SGP. That's aceperhead.com/SGP. Woo! Welcome, everyone, to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer Dog?
Good day, Sean.
Good day. It is a good day. We're here in studio in the afternoon, cranking out an early afternoon Monday pod with our boy Colby D, a.k.a. the Dantabase. What's up, Colby?
Is there a better time to be alive, guys? Than March with the coronavirus just taking out people?
I was going to say 2017 NFL season when I won $200,000 and Eagles won the Super Bowl. That comes to mind. But for the most part, yeah, this is awesome. A lot of people are being huge pussies and not going to go to Vegas. Not going to stop us. We'll be there.
Imagine that. The DGens only can take over an entire sports book. Just call it a private viewing event.
Yeah, there you go.
Who's going to stop us?
No one.
Not the zombies.
We cannot be stopped. We can only hope to be contained, and washing your hands isn't going to stop us. So jacked. It is March Madness. We, of course, will be at the Caesars Sportsbook March 18th that evening doing a live broadcast. It's just going to be super fun to do a...
Will Caesars make us do the live broadcast to no audience? Because that's happening in the... Like, that's being at least discussed in the college basketball circles.
Yeah.
That's imagine, are they going to let Gus Johnson in the...
It's still going to get people... Like, people still go to the grocery store. People still go everywhere. We're all going to get it. All right, we're all gonna get it. There's no avoiding it, you know.
Yeah, it's like HPV in college. You're gonna get it. Just, lead into the fact that you're probably gonna get it, and just enjoy the ride.
If it made it over oceans, you're not gonna avoid this thing.
Wow. You know, the database is having a little bit of a hard time understanding how it traversed oceans. The database needs another upgrade.
The wind.
You know what? We don't need an upgrade for. When it comes to our presenting sponsor, MyBookie.ag, you can't get any better. You can't upgrade it anymore. Fastest payouts in the business, of course. Highly recommend deposit and withdrawing using that sweet, sweet cryptocurrency. Oh, my God. Literally every sort of college basketball bet you want. And if you're listening to this podcast, you want all of them. Head to MyBookie.ag. They got the, still one of my favorite things, their custom prop maker for player props. That's always fun. You can do it in the NBA, NCAA. I mean, hell, even NHL. Election odds. That's if you want to bet on politics, head over to mybookie.ag. XFL, NHL, the Players Championship. Steve Shermer, golf expert, already got his picks up over at sportsgamblingpodcast.com. So much content, so much action over at mybookie.ag, where you, of course, can play, win, and get paid. Use that promo code SGP for up to a $1,000 deposit bonus. Latest on the March Madness bracket, the Bites bracket, the bracket everyone cares about. We had our first upset. That was pretty exciting. There was close to an upset, and then we finally came through, had our first upset. All in on Trump, barely eking out. Oh, no. All in on Trump destroyed Showtime Mahomes.
That was embarrassing. Bill Burr didn't even show up.
Yeah. San Diego Superchargers almost lost to oh wait, Ryan, didn't Oh My God beat San Diego Superchargers? Oh no, sorry. San Diego Superchargers beat Oh My God.
It was
I'm disappointed with that.
That was a last-minute win, right?
Yeah, he made I think Boston Capper went in there and really was juicing the numbers. Really made that happen. But our official first upset is we got to get our shit going mentally, taking out You Like That. So R.I.P. to Kirk Cousins.
Classic Kirk Cousins move. It was a prime time spot.
And he laid an egg.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he laid an egg. John Gruden.
We got to get our shit going mental.
Good. Getting some momentum heading into that move to Vegas. This is
Gruden
positive.
Gruden and Decker both their sound drops, both moving on. They are 2-0. I am looking down the barrel of a huge L. Because my drop, Sam Bradford is not a franchise quarterback, is squaring up against new favorite, somehow a 10 seed, hashtag Degens Only.
Hashtag Degens Only.
Not looking good for me.
You don't have a chance.
Dude, that's tough, but I like the Bradford one, man. I like the Bradford one.
But it's going against.
I know.
Like,
God right now.
It's
right?
going against what may be the rallying call that we look back on. When we're all sitting in our gold thrones, the fact that this dude accidentally misspoke or mispronounced Degens and just created...
It is gold. It is gold there.
Gold, Jerry. Gold.
I feel bad for Sean.
You know who I feel bad for? Why? Because they're giving away so much cold, hard cash. Proud to announce, partnered up with the good pals over at BetSperts for a March Madness Against the Spread contest. That's right. This is no, hey, just you and the secretary fill out a bracket. Best of luck. No. This is what really matters. Being able to pick winners against the spread. This is pretty insane. We're giving away $1,000, $750 to first, $150 to second. Third prize, $50, and $50 for last place. But, of course, you have to make 40 picks.
Love that.
On the BetSperts site to qualify. And any picks made between March 16th and April 7th will count. You can do spreads, halftime bets, totals. So again, join the group in BetSperts. Either download the BetSperts app, or just go to BetSperts.com. Join the Sports Gambling Podcast March Madness contest. Or if you can't remember any of this, you just go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/contest. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/contest. The info, the rules, how to join the group, it's all there. You're going to make 40 picks, and you have a chance to win $1,000 in our group if you're the first prize, $750. Now, they've even upped the ante a little bit over at BetSperts. They have this crazy thing going. So, if you make 40 picks specifically within the month of March, and you're one of their top 5 players on the whole BetSperts.com app, top 5 ATS people, they will move on to a Final Four. If you go 12-0 in that Final Four, you win.
Oh my God!
$1 million. That's right. So you got to get to the top 5 ATS, just picking your 40 games in March. So, I mean, if you're playing both contests, I think you want to get 40 picks in for March. You can go sides, totals, halftime, whatever college basketball game is posted on BetSperts, get your picks in. And then, yeah, if you're a top 5 for the whole site in college basketball in March from 16th to the 31st, top 5, move on, and then 12-0 ATS. That's
Sean,
insane.
can I throw some props their way?
Yes.
Because while we give out tons of cash, we've never put something on that would absolutely bankrupt the company.
Oh my God!
No.
I hope they have insurance because I'm getting involved in this one. And I'm not going to be like, hey, we're cool, we're friends, you can pay me over 20 years. No. Obviously, read the fine print, but I want that in gold bullions.
Give me that sweet, sweet cryptocurrency. None of that bullshit US dollar, baby.
Wow.
Sweet, sweet.
Sean coming out firing, just attacking the USD.
Yeah.
Jesus.
No, I love the U.S. economy, but I'm just...
Did we take a hit today with the coronavirus again?
Yeah,
gee,
the
Colby,
economy's
database needs to stay in its lane.
Well, I didn't take a hit.
Stay in its lane.
I didn't take a hit when Bradley and Utah State won on the money line.
Yeah, if you're having a hard time in the market and you want an advisor you can trust, you should check out the College Experience, which of course is brought to you by the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, but is on its own feed.
Subscribe, rate, review, tell a friend.
And people say, "Wow, how can I find it? It's hard to find it." Well, you can type College Experience Podcast into any search bar, and it will absolutely find it. Is that enough? No. Colby said, no, our fans still can't find it. So I said, okay, let's lower the bar. If you go to collegeexperiencepodcast.com,
boom,
it will send you to a page, and you can click on whatever app you like to listen on, and you are there. So,
and then you listen to my Bradley
Hold
plus
on.
800.
I'm not done talking to the fans. If you still can't find it, that's cool. We're good.
Yeah,
College Experience Podcast.
At some point, we have to cut it off. Perfect. We're talking about investment opportunities. Plenty of investment opportunities over at PropSwap.com. Your home for college basketball futures. Even if your state doesn't have a sports book, you can still purchase live sports bets over at PropSwap.com. Or if you're feeling like, hey, I already doing good enough on this ticket, I'm going to hedge out. A guy had a San Diego State championship future. Originally $100 at 400 to 1. I would let it ride, but he sold it on PropSwap for $1,200. He made $1,100, and the other guy, he got a good deal too because he got it basically at new odds of 32 to 1, better than anything you're going to see out there. A lot of fun ones over at PropSwap.com. Dayton to win the national championship, $800 ticket, collecting $75.25. Baylor could be interesting. You got $3,700. You could be purchasing a Baylor collect amount to win the college basketball championship. $65,000. Whew. Florida State, we'll be talking about them. Come around ACC Tournament. But to win the college basketball championship, if you got $230, you could be collecting $5,000 if you buy the ticket off of PropSwap.com. And again, use that promo code SGP. You get a 100% deposit bonus up to $100. No rollover requirement there. It's just cold, hard cash in your PropSwap.com account when you use the promo code SGP.
Man, it's got to feel good if you have a Dayton ticket in your pocket. Do you know what they opened the season at?
No.
I mean, there was certainly some hype on them. They won the Maui, right?
But that was after the season started.
Yeah, I know.
They didn't win Maui. They lost in overtime to Kansas.
That's right.
Yeah,
but they played well.
Yeah.
Who? What were those odds?
I mean, I don't even know, but it had to be.
How did we not bet?
I mean,
that?
if San Diego State was 400 to 1, they had to be in a similar price range, right?
I actually think San Diego State might have been where they weren't preseason top 25. I think Dayton might have been flirting with that.
And regardless, feels good. Feels good.
All right, let's do it. Let's start breaking down some conference tournament action. New sponsor to the program, Bespoke. That's right, and their box of awesome. Kramer and I just got hooked up. We got some sweet duffel bags with black on the outside, camo on the inside. Getting ready for our trip to March Madness. We'll be rocking these Bespoke bags. If you want a box of awesome coming to you every month, each box only costs $45, but they have over $70 worth of gear inside, or a $70 value. It's really awesome. I mean, some of these box places, you get on there, you're hooked into the subscription, you can't get out. It's very easy. They send you like, hey, here's your box. If you like that box, cool, you take it. Or if you don't, you want to swap it out for a different box, that's cool too. Or if you just go, hey, you know what? This month, I don't want a box. I don't know why you wouldn't want a box. Opening boxes are just awesome. And if you go to boxofawesome.com and use the code SGP, you'll get 20% off your first box. And the boxes are pretty cool. I mean, they got hatchets, headphones, razors, little decanters for whiskey, just a bunch of cool gear, a bunch of cool gifts. Fun to give someone as well. And again, they new boxes every month, ton of different categories. And one of the head guys over at Bespoke is a fellow hashtag DGen only. So support DGen Only Nation. Go to boxofawesome.com. Use code SGP for 20% off your first box. Boxofawesome.com. Take the little quiz there. Get you set up for what kind of box is perfect for you. Code SGP for 20% off your box.
You know, Sean, it's not the first time that someone would have compared the DGens Only to Fight Club. But I'm just picturing some after hours listening of the sports gambling podcast, maybe in a dark closet where people can't hear them, maybe in the soundproof office of the CEO. I assume it's the CEO that's into it.
Must be. If you're
Ballers Only,
hashtag DGens Only, they got some pretty cool stuff here. So sweet little knives.
Oh yeah. When I saw multiple weapons.
Yes.
Obviously for hobby purposes only.
Yes,
but,
exactly. Not causing destruction, but
if you're traveling to Las Vegas during this coronavirus outbreak, you might want to have a way to deal with the zombies.
Yeah, I got the duffel bag. I'm going to sign up to make sure I get the hatchet kit as well, just in case. You never know when you could use a good hatchet.
Did anyone see that video of it's like a coronavirus like PSA type deal, but it's some dude sneezes at a bus station. Someone pulls out a gun and just shoots him like gangster style real quick.
No, I did not.
And then everyone just sanitizes and leaves the situation. It's pretty funny. Made me laugh.
Look out, Ryan. There could be ghost games happening in March Madness.
Will there be Ghost Vegas? That's the question.
I'm looking forward to Ghost Vegas possibly, because the only thing that's annoying about enjoying March Madness in Las Vegas, sometimes it gets a little crowded. The nice thing is everyone has the games on, so usually not an issue. But if you told me there'd be 30% less people at March Madness, that's awesome. And again, as maybe we find ourselves somehow at a gentleman's club, they're going to be desperate for business, because if you're worried about the coronavirus, the last place you go to is Spearmint Rhino. And I feel like, all of a sudden the leverage, it's a different situation.
No, I do. Yeah, exactly. I do recall one time we were sitting at the bar and some people asked us to move.
Yeah.
Man. So I with the coronavirus happening, I see plenty of opportunity where there'll be empty seats,
I can cough on command, which is I'm a multi-talented actor, but I can cough on command. So if there's someone that says like, "Hey, I'm saving the seat for a friend," just a little phlegm rocket coming their way, I'm gonna spray it. I'm looking forward to.
Spray it.
I'm looking forward to not giving a shit about the coronavirus and get insanely hammered. But again, perfect lead into actual March Madness is these conference tournaments. Kramer, let's talk about the SWAC. Give us the odds of the SWAC and tell us what you're doing. What's your pick? Maybe you got a DGens only. Colby, maybe you got a DGens only play here as well.
Is that required? Of course it's required.
For one of these four that we're breaking down, yes, you have to find a DGens only play.
And if they've listened to our previous episodes, my DGen only pick of Bradley plus 700 winning the Missouri Valley.
Look at you, Colby. But today we will focus on the Southwestern Athletic Conference. I took against there. Is it the Southwestern or Southwest Athletic Conference?
I think Southwest.
I'm going to go with the Southwestern. This is, of course, being played at campus sites, and I'm guessing the championships in Birmingham, they called that out, being played over the dates of the 10th, 13th, and 14th. We have Prairie View A&M plus 130. Every time I see that name, I just think about having to take a shit. That's all I can think about. Prairie dogging.
Oh, okay.
And they're Prairie View A&M. Southern plus 275, Texas Southern plus 450, Jackson State plus 500, Grambling State 11-1, Alcorn State, the alma mater of the great Steve McNair, plus 1,700. Which, if you haven't listened to that podcast, must listen to.
Yeah, Ryan, but no more promoting other podcasts unless it's Colby Dant on the College Experience. The fact that it has its own feed. Yeah. Subscribe today.
Yeah, you should definitely check that out. Then we have Alabama State at 35-1 and Alabama A&M 55-1. Wow. Now this of course, this is one of the prestigious conferences in all the land.
Yes.
Well, of course, none of these teams are going to be in the actual tournament, right, Colby? Wait, they even give this conference a chance?
Yes. Colby was bragging about hitting Utah State, Mountain West, which was a great final game.
I took it on the money line straight up against San Diego State also.
the SDSU kid, that half-court shot, that thing was going down. But it was a really good game. San Diego State up 16. Utah State came back. Great win for them. You tweeted out, hey, throw a little tout my way, as you should.
Tout,
and then our buddy Dan from 98.5, I think it is, in the Boston area, big Twitter guy, also does some gambling pods. He goes, no one, and I mean no one, knows small conferences like Colby did. And then I responded, Colby's insulted that you think the Mountain West is a small conference. Just wait till we start breaking down the SWAC.
Exactly. And look, I was going to say this conference has a lot of parity. You could just put all the teams on a dartboard and just throw a dart. But Jackson State, not only it being Walter Payton's alma mater, they got a guy named Snacks who's the team manager.
Oh,
right?
Yeah. Snacks.
Have you seen this video, Kramer?
I am completely out of touch with most things on the internet, but I am up to speed on this one. It entered my feed on Sunday morning, which is prime consumption of...
How do you not get a little taste of Snacks?
Yeah, it was great.
If you haven't seen this, check out Sports Gambling Podcast on Instagram. We put the video up.
How deep did you guys go? Did you guys go as far to see the video of him dunking?
I did. That is not on our Instagram. I need to put that on our Instagram.
Have you seen this, Sean?
What?
You're a man in touch with the interweb.
Yeah, of course.
So you've seen the dunking video?
Which one, of Snacks
yeah.
dunking? No, I haven't seen that one.
So four of his teammates essentially pick him up like a mega wedgie. He gets up there, though.
It looks like it's at a practice.
Kevin Durant is signing who wants a Kevin Durant jersey at this point? Doesn't even play basketball anymore. Anyway, I love that. I love that. And 17-1, baby.
He was SWAC Player of the Week last week, so I'm going to take Jackson State to win this conference.
Are you?
Look.
Wow, that's crazy. Jackson State, I'm going
5-1, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Did I
like,
say
what?
17-1?
I was like,
in honor of the Southern Western Conference, I'm going Southern. Why not take Southern? They've won 7 in a row, and they beat Prairie View. Granted, that was at home, but they beat Prairie View in spite of shooting 15% from the three-point line. So if you can get a victory against Prairie View while shooting 15% from behind the arc, that to me is a team that can overcome some adversity, find different ways to win, and at plus 275.
Sounds like they need Snacks from behind the arc. Right?
Snacks. So, yeah, I'll go Southern at plus 275.
Well, and I also like Southern. You could argue that they're the most balanced team in the conference. And, of course, let me circle back because this is not only a 16 seed, but this is a 16 seed that's going to be playing in to be a 16 seed. So the second worst conference by a mile, according to Ken Palm. Yeah, I'm with you, Sean. I think Southern is balanced. I think they're going to play some defense. And if key matchup in that final game when they play Prairie View, assuming the chalk gets there, free throws. If Prairie View's shooting a bunch of free throws, they're winning this game.
What do they shoot from the line?
Of course, I'll be watching all of these games, reacting live at Kramer-Centric on Twitter. Probably not, but you can check me out anyway. What's that, Sean?
What does Prairie View shoot from the line?
Prairie View is the second best team in the conference from the line in terms of free throw rate, and Southern is the worst team on defense in terms of free throw rate. So, to me, that's the area. If Southern's going to break down, it's because someone's just going to get to the line and
they're not going to have an answer for Snacks. I can tell you that right now.
Can we talk about?
It's probably bribing him with Snacks.
Let's talk about Snacks a little bit because it's not like we need a lot of time for the next conference, which is actually the worst conference in all the land. But as a man who has also gone with the maybe one size too small basketball jersey approach, Sean, what do you think Snacks is thinking going a full 4 sizes too small?
Well, again, they're a small school. They probably don't have. I mean, I don't know what the
aerodynamics, perhaps.
I just think it's a sizing issue where sometimes fans will hit us up when we give away free shirts or sweatshirts. They'll say, largest you got. But a lot of times it taps out at 2XL, 3XL, depending on the type of – I don't think they have a quad XL for our boy Snacks.
That's when you know you're a big dude, when you just say largest.
Yeah.
Yeah, largest you got.
And honestly, this is a problem we face in the youth soccer ranks, Sean. They give
really?
us the sizes they give us. So sometimes you got a large girl in a small jersey, and sometimes you got a small. Anyway,
yeah, I think it's just the problem with the small school. There's not a huge booster network. Adidas isn't dropping bags of cash over at the Jackson State program.
but they do have his size in white tights somehow.
Well, you gotta get the leg warmers going. I think
it's like the fat chick.
I think
move.
the tights are very forgiving. Where the basketball jersey, at a certain point, it becomes unforgiving.
How much does every fat chick love yoga? To where they're not the weird chick trying to squeeze it all in. Now everyone just throws the yoga pants on.
I mean,
it used to be a fat chick move to throw those tight pants on to hold everything in place.
Yoga pants are just the whiteout of having a horrible body, because it just any ass looks great in yoga pants.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
I mean, within reason. Where are we, Ryan? Should we slide over to the MEAC?
Let's slide over.
Everyone's dying to talk MEAC. This is Conference Tournament Edition. All these lines, of course, courtesy of our presenting sponsor, MyBookie.ag. Give them a shout-out. Perfect time to load up for Conference Tournament. Get ready for March Madness.
Sean, can I ask you for this one? What does MEAC stand for?
We do this every year, and you think some of these would stick in my brain. You're wrong, but I'm going to go Mid-East Athletic Conference.
Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference, of course, the home of the 757 zone, Norfolk State, who, although are the 3 seed, are the favorites at plus 170. North Carolina Central plus 270. North Carolina A&T plus 350.
Norfolk State has won a tournament game in the past 20 years.
Yeah, they're a good team. Bethune-Cookman, did I get that right, Colby? Plus
Bethune,
500. Yeah. Morgan State 12-1. Coppin State 20-1. South Carolina State 30-1, Delaware State 70-1, Maryland Eastern Shores. We've seen them before 80-1, and Howard 90-1.
Coppin State.
I got it for. I trust.
Do you remember Juan Dixon back at Maryland back in the day?
I do.
Won a national.
Was he a
he's
transfer?
their head coach.
Oh, he's their head coach now.
Yeah, Coppin State.
I like that. He was part of a pretty filthy backcourt.
He won a national championship in Maryland. Played for the Wizards and I think the Trailblazers in the NBA.
He had a shot.
Yeah.
He had a jump shot.
Yeah, he was good.
Didn't need to sling that.
A little undersized, but a little good. Look, I'm going North Carolina Central here.
Oh, good value, you're saying, with the 1 seed?
And they've been coming out of this conference for the past couple of years.
They've won 3 years in a row, and yet they're a plus 270 dog.
What color are their uniforms?
Red.
Are they? I was
so.
asking Sean. I figured you would know that.
Yeah.
I was going to guess blue and yellow, so I was wrong.
What about my boy Jabri Blunt?
I was going there,
19.2 points per game.
Almost 10 boards.
What really is enjoyable, or what's making me even lean more, besides their history of winning this tournament 3 years in a row, they're 13-3 in conference. I think it's crazy to give the number one regular season team with this pedigree, if you will, the MEAC pedigree, to make them a plus 270 dog. They've also found a way to win in tight games. They're 3-0 in overtime. When I see a team that's 3-0 in overtime, the regression to the mean heads, they'll say, well, they go to overtime, they're due for a loss. To me, this is a team that just figures out ways to win. I'm all in on MEAC and North Carolina Central State. Central North Carolina State.
I'm gonna back you up. Another thing to pay attention to.
Central Carolina State.
Obviously, you've mentioned there's no state.
No.
There's no state. You mentioned
North Carolina T&M.
You mentioned their leading scorer Blunt, but another guy to keep an eye on is Randy Miller Jr. I know it sounds like a NASCAR driver, but Randy Miller Jr. is shooting 38% from the three-point line.
That sounds very mediocre.
That's pretty for college. That's good.
I feel like I could shoot 38% from three.
You also think you could kick in the NFL, Brian?
Yeah.
So.
No, I did not say I could kick in the NFL.
Oh, you could kick a 45-yard.
I said I
goal.
could hit a 47. Actually. I don't want to shortchange you.
Oh my!
Somebody, please give us this opportunity.
It's coming. We'll get
Kramer,
there.
what's your pick?
We'll get there. Well, I think one of the things that really stands out to me when you look at these teams, because of course, Sean, I like to look at that profile, and one of the things I like to look at is turnover percentage, both for and against. And what I picked up with this conference is they all turn the ball over like crazy. And some of them are pretty good.
It's a hallmark of MEAC games.
Well, because when you start going down, you're like, wow, Norfolk, that could be a problem. They turn the other team over, but they also turn the ball over. You pop down North Carolina Central, same, and it just keeps happening down the line. No, I'm gonna. it wouldn't be me if I didn't go with some chalk here. Going Norfolk State, of course.
Ooh.
Repping the 757. Blacksburg, what's up? Yeah, Norfolk State plus 170.
The Whores of Radford lost, man.
So this will be we'll be seeing Southern versus Norfolk State in a play-in 16 game.
In Dayton, Ohio.
Ohio, first 4. Sign me up for that one.
First half under.
Kramer, of course, going to be nailing all those first half unders in the real March Madness tournament just around the corner. I can't wait for March Madness and the tournament to officially get started. But there's some, I can't wait for March Madness, and there's other things you don't want to wait for, and that's to see a doctor. If you're a guy and you got some health issues, maybe you're dealing with erectile dysfunction, what are you waiting for? You don't need me telling you. You have a sense of urgency. Having an erection is amazing. If you're having trouble getting one, stop being in your head about it. Just go to getroman.com/SGP, a free online visit. Free online visit. You're just talking to some doctor on Skype. If treatment's right for you, they'll get you free 2-day shipping. Right now in the U.S., 29 days to see a doctor in major U.S. cities. That's the average wait time. If you got some ED, you need that treated ASAP, baby. That's why you got to go to getroman.com/SGP. They deal with a number of, kind of male-related health stuff, and we're the worst when it comes to getting stuff like that treated. Cold sores, hair loss, kind of embarrassing stuff. Much better to just knock it out with an online visit, phone, tablet, whatever's easier. And again, free 2-day shipping in discreet packaging. So they're not going to send you a box that just says boner pills on the side. They Get Roman, classy.
Although I'd prefer that.
Well, then maybe you're putting it out there, going, ladies, I'm open for business. But maybe you want to be a little bit more discreet, and Get Roman understands that. All you got to do, getroman.com/SGP for the free online visit and free 2-day shipping. Kramer, let's do it.
I mean, also, people would definitely steal boxes on your doorstep if they said boner pill. Because no one wants to buy a boner pill, see it on the credit card bill, but they would happily try. Everyone wants to see what happens, right? Everyone's like, well, if I'm at this point now, what happens if I,
go the distance?
It's the argument of what Barry Bonds was a Hall of Famer without PEDs. He still took them. He still took him. Wanted to see what was going on with a little extra juice. Get Roman.
There you go. Kramer, let's do it.
Let's head over.
MAAC.
Well, I would ask. Let's ask the database. We know the database has been going through a series of upgrades. This is of course played in Atlantic City over the dates of March 10th through the 14th. What does MAAC stand for?
Mid-American Athletic Conference?
Wait. Why are you saying this with some level of concern?
MAAC.
Is the database not upgraded?
Mid-American. No, well, that's the MAAC, Middle American, right?
It's the God. Metro Atlantic.
I did know that.
Athletic Conference.
Hey, new rule. You can't name yourself the same as the MAAC. Okay?
Well, this is actually the main.
I understand you have another A in there, but I don't like it.
Well, let's talk about the English language, Colby. The two A's in sequence, I believe, makes it a long A, right, Sean? Correct me. You're more of a
MAAC.
Would it be the make?
I have no idea how to
pronounce it. Would it be the make or the
mace? I like the MAAC.
Okay.
MAAC rolls off the tongue. Yeah. It sounds pretty cool.
Just add a P.
NCAA, MAAC, MAACP.
Any double A is a good one. Double A is a good
solid battery, top battery.
It sound Siena as the 1 seed plus 180, Ryder plus 280, St. Peter's plus 390, Monmouth plus 500, Quinnipiac 15-1 with Iona, Canisius 30-1. I'm pretty sure that's wrong. Manhattan 35-1, Fairfield 42-1, Niagara 45-1, and Marist 60-1.
60-1 for Rick Smith's alma mater.
I put this sheet together last night, and I had to do the only conference I had to severely update the odds on was the May. Let's go with Mace. I'm going with the Mace conference. Sean.
Yes.
Tell me you're riding on the my Monmouth. What's their team name? That was the team with the wacky bench, right?
I don't remember.
I was considering going with Monmouth. They were my original choice, but instead I switched it to St. Peter's plus 390. Here's my case for St. Peter's. First off, 7-1 in their last 8 to close it out. Love a team coming in hot. They're called themselves the Peacocks. I like that. That's pretty badass for a basketball team. We're peacocking. Again, we've all read the game on how.
Or they come out with real nice sequences and feathers.
Yeah.
That can go two very different ways.
This St. Peter's Peacocks, which just rolls right off the tongue. They beat Siena, Ryder, Monmouth twice, and Siena and Ryder they beat at home. But I think the neutral court helps St. Peter's because the neutral court, it's in Atlantic City, not too far from St. Peter's. So
temptation. I've been to Atlantic City. There's been
the only temptation in Atlantic City is to leave Atlantic City as soon as you get there. The Peacocks, they're Jersey natives. They know what's up.
Some of those prostitutes that just maybe not have all their teeth, but they at the drop of a hat might just offer a blowjob.
Can I give a quick Atlantic City aside?
Sure.
The last time I was in Atlantic City, in a McDonald's the morning after, kind of leaving town. Atlantic City at that point, very depressing. You were either in the Borgata or you were, on the mean streets of Atlantic City.
Sportsbooks have helped it, I think.
It's gotten much nicer, I'm sure. So I've been told. But what happened, a lady came in straight out of almost like a South Central Don't Be a Menace from Don't Be a Menace from South Central movie. But she comes in and she literally does the move where she's offering people a Monopoly board for sale, a Monopoly game for $5. When people say no thank you, she proceeds to offer to suck their dick for $5.
There's a good chance my brother had a bachelor party there, and randomly a horrible stripper was just like, "Who wants blowjobs?" All of us were just like, "No, we're good, we've
been here anyway."
All right, maybe not.
You called out, Sean, that St. Peter's is a New Jersey school.
Yes.
So is Monmouth.
I know.
And they are familiar with the...
But Monmouth got beat twice by St. Peter's. And to me, the plus 500 at Monmouth isn't enough to sway me off the plus 390 St. Peter's.
Where is St. Peter's location? Because Monmouth is right down the street from Atlantic City. These boys, they are aware of what to do and what not to do.
It's in Jersey City. That's not far.
That's not a great place either, but it's far enough.
If anything, they're very familiar with the Atlantic City surroundings.
I'm taking this a step further. Monmouth, the only team out of those out of the Big Four that doesn't turn the ball over like crazy. I think they also can turn you over. I like them at the 5-1 juice. That's some nice value. And I'll go as far to say, don't be surprised. Sources close to the situation tell me that they're going to take a play out of Lawrence Taylor's book.
What's that? Do some
and
blow?
Just send whores to all the other players. Lots of whores will be going into the Siena, Ryder, and St. Peter's hotels. So look out for that. They're going to be tired. They're going to be dragging.
Weak
they
legs.
Won't be operating on full tanks, if you know what I mean. Monmouth gets it done 5-1.
Have you ever heard the quote, ride her till she bucks you or don't ride her at all?
That sounds a database.
I am going with Ryder, all right? Look, I support the moving truck, the moving company. They're great. They've moved my shit before. So I think the Bronx.
That's with a Y, Colby.
Yeah, the same difference.
Oh, it's okay.
It started.
You're going with phonetic. It's okay. Got it.
Look, this team has 4 guys who average in double digits.
Yeah.
Spread the ball out.
Yep.
No one can stop them in this conference.
Yep.
I know you're thinking.
Except St. Peter's.
Or Monmouth.
I will say, Siena, I'm a big fan of this. Their mascot is the St. Bernards. That's pretty
you do
quality.
Like your dogs,
that's pretty quality. There's a big-ass dog on their court, so I dig that. But since this has been playing at Atlantic City, I got to go Ryder. Isn't Ryder in Jersey, too?
Yeah, they're all. I mean, this conference is clearly they're not flying places. This is more of a bus conference, Colby.
As far as Ken Palm, Siena number 1, St. Peter's second, according to the Ken Palm rankings. Ryder number 3, Monmouth, a distant 4th.
Ryder, of course, in beautiful Lawrenceville, New Jersey.
How is Lawrenceville?
It's beautiful. I had some friends from the college years from out there. It's farm country, beautiful part of Jersey. It's a great
St. Peter's
state.
also leading the conference in defensive efficiency and field goal percentage against.
Enough of this. We've all made our picks. Let's move on to a real conference, the Atlantic Coast Conference. I didn't ask.
Yeah.
Of course,
you sure you're right about that?
I'm positive I'm right. Being played in beautiful Greensboro, North Carolina.
Wow. Oh my God! I'm just
Between
looking at these
March
odds, Ryan.
10th
I had to scroll down to see your Hokies.
Played between March 10th and the 14th. We have Duke as the favorite at plus 115, Louisville plus 260, Florida State plus 350 as the 1 seed, UVA 9-1 as the 2 seed,
Jeez.
Notre Dame 20-1, Syracuse 24-1, North Carolina State 32-1, Clemson 45-1, North Carolina 55-1, Miami 75-1, my Virginia Tech Hokies 80-1. Do you believe, Sean? With Wake Forest also 80-1, Pittsburgh 90-1. Georgia Tech, who is not in, they're ineligible somehow were listed as 100-1. Meanwhile, Boston College actually playing in the ACC
How
tournament.
do they have worse odds?
Are worse at 150-1. Not sure about this one. I thought it was funny, so I kept it in.
Yeah, that's great.
All right. I mean, the ACC is comical this year, right?
Yeah, it's just like football.
Will they shock people a la the Pac-12 in down seasons for the Pac-12? Come out, know how to play in these tournament games, and get it done. They are still the 5th-ranked conference according to Ken Pom, which surprised me when I looked at the rankings. They're ranked above the SEC.
It seems like the move is, and I'm taking this from NC Nick's ACC preview they can get over at sportsgamblingpodcast.com.
Look at you.
It seems like the move is to take a chalk play. I'll go Duke. Take that chalk and then roll the dice at another team in this 20 to like 45 range. I'm gonna ride NC Nick's picks. So he's got Duke, lock that in, and then for the D-Gens only play, North Carolina State 32-1. They beat Duke earlier in the regular
20.
season, 22 points.
You're taking Duke?
Yeah, I think this is a great year for Duke to win the ACC and then get knocked out by a 15 or a 14 seed first round in the tournament, because that just feels like what's going to happen this year is we'll get some of the blue bloods maybe winning some of these conference tournaments, and then things really get really shake up when the actual tournament comes around. But maybe Duke isn't. I feel like this year Duke's going to be motivated to win the ACC tournament. I know some years they haven't been, but I think this year they will be, and I think they have the best team out of these. They've had a couple losses so far, and Coach K really has his foot up his ass when it comes to the team. I think they'll get motivated. They'll make a run here in the ACC tournament, and then run into some drama in the March Madness tournament. Colby, how do you see it shaking out?
I think I'm going to ride Louisville as the. I think they're the most talented team in the ACC.
They also have the easiest path. I mean, they're going to take on Syracuse and the winner or the winner of Syracuse versus Virginia Tech or North Carolina. So look out there.
Well, my D-Gen only play is going to be the Tar Heels because I do think they're actually one of the 4 to 5 best teams of this conference.
What happened? I mean,
they were injured. They were severely injured a lot of the year.
They're certainly a fun play. What
but
were
this
the
was
odds?
this was Roy Williams' first team under 500.
Well, if you look though, it's how they lost. They kept losing by like 1 point.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know what
I
I
mean,
mean?
they were in that. I had them plus 10.5 against Duke. They ended up losing by 13, but they had an open look for a 3 as time expired. I'm sitting there like, hit the shot! And they were in that game the whole time, and then Duke just kind of pulled away.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 55-1 for a reason, but certainly make a good case as far as talent.
Well, and it's in Greensboro.
Yeah, I mean, they should. And also, this is their Super Bowl, right? Where Duke, Louisville, Florida
They're
State,
already
Virginia.
in,
Yeah. UNC really has something to play for here. And, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they make a run.
Sprinkle that.
Sprinkle a little on the money line.
Only need 3 wins from them, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. There you go.
Who you got? Hokies?
Ryan, what happened? I thought Hokies were going to be good this year. Is it just a part
Started
of
out hot. You got that Michigan State
is
win
it
on
a
your
part of the
resume.
Kramer FML tour?
It obviously. But of course, that is on hold. Thank you. Thanks to Roughneck Fever. It's the outbreak is just at this point it's full pandemic. I think a couple things. When I saw the odds, I thought Florida State was being disrespected because this is the total Florida State thing to do. They win. They look good winning the conference tournament. They go in. Everything you said about Duke, Sean, is Florida State to me.
Yeah.
Florida State won their first outright the first time ever in the ACC they won the outright title.
And maybe they're the better play because they are the number 1 seed.
It's the year for them to
plus
strike.
350.
This is
you know what?
real down year.
What am I doing? Picking Duke. Give me Florida State plus 350.
It's a real down year, and if what I'm seeing, if I'm Florida State, if I'm this team, if I'm Hamilton, like this is our opportunity to
get a 1
to take that double, get a 1 seed, and give ourselves a better path. Because I know if I'm Hamilton, I know that I'm not a great tourney coach, and I stumble when it comes time to have those quick turnaround and play a superior coach. So give me a 1 seed, better path. I think Florida State takes care of business here. I think the winner of that Duke-Florida State game is probably going to get it done. You stole a little of my thunder with throwing North Carolina out there because as far as a roster, like why not? It's a single elimination tournament. But if I'm looking a little bit down the board, it is going to be NC State.
So you're taking my picks of Florida State and NC State.
I will. Yeah,
I didn't have Florida State early, but I did lock Florida State in. So kind of riding my coattails.
No love for Duke after the Daniel Jones draft pick.
No, I mean,
do they have a statue of Daniel Jones outside of Duke Stadium?
No,
right? They need one.
Colby, we were just talking statues because Colby saw the tweet about Baker Mayfield and how everyone from Oklahoma who wins a Heisman Trophy gets a statue. And we did the math. We're like, oh, my God, that means Sam Bradford has a statue. So we, of course, went over and, tweeted out the photo of Sam Bradford's statue. And really, of all the statues they're taking down in the South, you got to take down the Sam Bradford statue. What is hashtag take down Sam Bradford?
Well, the best part is he doesn't have the helmet on.
No, because that's in true Sam Bradford fashion. He doesn't wear a helmet very often because that would imply you're in a game, you're doing something to help your team win, and it's just not something. So in honor of us realizing he has a statue,
Sam Bradford is not a fucking franchise quarterback.
So best of luck to you, Sam, even though
it's not going well.
About to be eliminated
right.
in the Bites bracket contest. Any other thoughts on the ACC?
Well, I wanted to talk to Kobe a little bit because it does like the ACC is.
I'm here as well.
I do. You know, I have had. It has been fun watching the new Sean and the new
analytical Sean
into lots of sports Sean.
Yep.
And keeping up with all he's not even gonna have to cram for college basketball this year. He's been paying attention. It does feel like this is going to be a year where the ACC is going to have a couple of those 11 or 12 play-in seeds, and. You know,
Cuse.
Well,
what does Syracuse have to do to get a play-in seed? Because I love them in that 11 first 4 seed.
Well, and don't forget, like a team
to win the ACC tournament
to get to even get the play-in 11 seed. Okay, so that's probably not going to happen.
Clemson is another fun one. There's all sorts of like camaraderie stories around them.
They've been
preseason,
horrible away from their home stadium though.
But if one of these teams. Like, does one of these teams have that opportunity to randomly get to the Sweet 16? Because the field
NC
is so
State
all
or
over
North
the
Carolina?
place. Yeah, okay, really.
I would say
NC State was the one I was going to throw out there. They've done it before. It just feels like this is going to be one of those years.
The Wolf Pack. They have a little bit of a pedigree.
And there's going to be a lot of that ACC's down storyline. Anyway.
Yeah. Now, you guys do realize that, not to switch topics, but back to our first one, I hit my lock of Colgate and my dog of Utah State.
You're amazing.
You guys didn't hit anything.
What do you mean?
Did not hit American or San Diego State?
We, the team.
Radford.
I was on Colgate.
The Whores
with
didn't treat you so good.
I was a little surprised. The Whores of but who ended up winning that conference?
Winthrop.
Winthrop. Okay. Perhaps Winthrop. They must have some sort of defense mechanism.
How's your Northern Iowa play looking?
Ooh,
oh, wow.
But my dog hit, dude.
Wow.
You can't talk shit when my dog of Bradley hit for 700.
Colby unaware.
Play was actually plus 800.
You can see right now.
There we go.
Shooters shoot. No iron team with Colby over here. No iron team.
But Roughneck Fever didn't treat you well. They didn't cover either.
12.5 was too big.
I am holding a 9-1 Roughneck to win the championship.
Well, I got
ticket.
the Defenders tickets 8-1.
At this point, just let's hope they get to a championship game. Let's hope
both are in first place. They did pay their players this week.
Let's close things out with a lock, dog, and Degins only play. Maybe we should get that soundbite worked up as well. Colby, kick things off. Of these 4 conferences, what is your lock?
I am going to the ACC, my friends. I am taking my lock of
Louisville
to
Okay.
win this conference.
And who's your dog then?
My dog is going to be. Let's go to. Man, I guess Ryder's not even a dog. Really? Let's.
Yeah, I mean Ryder's a plus 280.
We'll
dog.
give you
That's-
it. We'll get the
plus
committee.
280.
The committee approves.
It's fine.
I'm just trying to see if I can get. You know what? Snacks.
Oh.
Plus 500. Snacks, baby. Come on.
Jackson State.
It's both super cool, but also like we're just making fun of him because he's fat, and his nickname.
And he
is
was
Snack.
balling. He bust that three from like
And
40
he
feet
hit
out.
the shots.
Yeah.
I think if he doesn't hit those shots, it's
Yeah.
not a fun story.
Yeah. Why you making fun of him because he's fat?
I'm not. I'm just calling out that everyone's just cashing in on making fun of a fat guy who hit a 3-pointer. Like,
Yeah.
happens at the YMCA every day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and when it does, people go, "Oh shit!"
Especially after
What's that
4
guy's
years on
nickname?
senior night.
Yeah, wasn't
You
he
know what I
mostly
mean?
like a manager?
He's put the work in for 4 years as a
I'm
walk-on.
happy for him. I'm not the guy making fun of him because he's fat. I'm just calling out
This
that,
fucking
that
guy,
everyone
dude.
else is making fun of him because he's fat.
Yeah, obviously, if he was an average-sized individual, it's not a fun.
My
storyline,
lock.
Ryan.
I'm
sorry, I didn't mean to trigger you. Colby, what's the Degens only play for you? You didn't. Give us
Let's go deep. Let's go.
Hashtag Degens Only.
Oh, it's North Carolina Tar Heels
Yeah.
plus 5,500.
okay.
What's the limit on the D-Gens?
That
only?
counts, right? Do I got to go deeper?
No, I'm
Oh,
asking,
okay.
what's the minimum for a
I think it's
Degens?
got to be like 8 or 9
Okay.
or higher.
Are you ready? If not, I'm ready to fire.
I'll go for my lock. Give me NC Central plus 270 for my dog. Give me Florida State. Was all over them in the ACC preview. And for my hashtag Degens only.
The Peacocks?
Ooh, the St. Peter's Peacocks. They're only plus 390. I'll go NC State for my Degens only. You know what? And I'll make the St. Peter's my dog actually.
Jesus
so
Christ.
slight
You gotta
slight
fucking
adjustment.
take notes. No, Sean's moving pieces around the board.
Next level chess.
My
man.
lock. Unlike these two fine gentlemen, I'm coming to you with some stone cold cash. Plus 350 for Florida State. Are you kidding me? Lock that up. No need to make it a dog. For my dog, I'm going even further. 5-1 Monmouth. Okay, let's go. And for my Degens only play. For my Degens only play. Wow, we sound like robots. For my Degens only play, we will be going and copying the database because I do think at 55-1. Look, this was a grand moment if you're an ACC basketball fan because F North Carolina. I don't even know why I
Finishing
censored
in
myself.
last place?
They're not even
is
good
great.
enough for me to finish the word the UCK. F North Carolina, but yeah, 55-1.
It's way too big of a dog.
Yeah.
You could hedge out pretty quickly if they get a win.
Yeah.
I think. Anyway, yeah, let's go with. I don't want to copy Sean since he obviously mocks me, but he did. I think I heard Florida State as his dog, so I'll copy the database.
Of course, this lock, dog, and tease brought to you by Ace Per Head. That's right. Thinking of starting your own sportsbook? Perfect time to do so over at Ace Per Head. And if you go to aceperhead.com/SGP, you get up to 6 weeks free. That's right. You could be starting your own sportsbook today. Ace sets you up, man. All-inclusive professional betting site. All the lines updated to the second. Wagers graded immediately. Ace Per Head, here to help you start your own sportsbook. Again, you don't really have to know how to do much on a computer to get set up with your own sports gambling website. aceperhead.com/SGP makes it super easy. Top-notch customer support, 24/7. Some of the sharpest lines in the industry. Stop trying to just beat the bookie and become a bookie over at aceperhead.com/SGP. aceperhead.com/SGP.
We've done it.
We've done it. We've come to the end. We've said it all. Broke down 4 conferences. What are some of the other conferences coming up? We got Pac-12, Big Ten,
Atlantic 10.
Lots of real conferences.
American Conference, the AAC.
Ooh, the Big East.
The Big East.
My favorite.
Big
Ooh.
12, Big 10, Pac-12. What? Don't forget about the Big West. Don't forget about the WAC.
We have
Don't
a lot.
forget about the Conference USA.
We have a lot of conferences left. How are we possibly going to find the time to cover all this?
Just by cranking out a shitload of content for free over at sportsgamblingpodcast.com. Keep the podcast alive. The content train needs some coal, and your coal is supporting the sponsors, but really supporting the podcast by rating, reviewing, and subscribing. The rate and review couldn't make it more important. If you see someone in there that has a shitty review, say, no, this was not helpful. Take it over with a sweet, sweet 5-star review. And make sure you check out Colby Dance on the College Experience, its own separate feed. Check out the database, Patty C.
We're gonna be knocking out
NC Nick making some appearances. They're going even deeper into the college basketball world.
Also, a lot of editorial content on conference previews will be up in the next couple days and today.
Yep.
NC Nick knocked out 3 conferences.
SportsGamblingPodcast.com for all your content needs. And for the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, stacking the money green.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
And he is Ryan.
In the spirit of our partner, Ace Per Head, I will offer to take any action if someone wants to take the Wahoos at 45-1 to win the national championship.
Kramer, let it ride.